Hey everyone, so I'm kicking things off by prepping the eye area with some eyeshadow primer. This will just help the eye makeup to last all day long, so just use whatever brand you have handy. It was requested that I create some cool tone looks, so I'm busting out my Naked 2 palette. It's an oldie but a goodie and is a beautiful selection of cool tone shades. So I'm firstly going in with Tease and I'm working this into the outer portion of the eye, and then I'm sweeping this shade across into the crease. And if you wanted a really quick sort of subtle makeup look, you could just apply this shade to the crease and lower lash line, whack on some mascara and you'd be good to go. It works well on its own and just adds a nice amount of depth to the eyes. Now I'm using my small bullet shaped brush to buff this shadow down along the lower lash line, and then I'm going back in with my fluffy blending brush and I'm running around the edges of the entire look just to make sure those edges are faded out nicely. If you're having issues with blending, try going in with a skin toned powder or shadow if you can. I'm using Foxy and I'm just patting this over the edges of the Tease shade, and this will diminish any harsh lines. So to add some dimension to the look now, at this point it's all been matte, so I'm adding some shimmer. I'm spraying my brush with some of the All Nighter setting spray by Urban Decay to really make that metallic shadow pop, and then I'm using some patting and sweeping motions to apply that pastel eyeshadow to the lid. And because I've used the setting spray, I can get away with using sweeping motions across my eyelid because I won't have any fallout. Now I'm taking some of the eyeshadow Busted and I'm doing the same again, spraying my brush with some of the Urban Decay setting spray and then patting the shadow onto the remaining half of the lid. Next then I'm taking Blackout, which is a matte black eyeshadow, and I'm using a pencil brush to start working this into the lash line on the outer third of my eye. Gradually then I'm working my way up towards the crease, creating a C shape with this shadow. Once I've laid down the black eyeshadow, I'm switching to a small blending brush and now I'm smoking out that black eyeshadow. I'm then going back in with some of the shade Tease on my blending brush, reapplying that to make sure that both shades fade nicely into one another. Now I'm repeating the process. I always do this, particularly with black. I start out with a small amount of my brush and I gradually work at building up the intensity. It's just easier to start with a small amount and blend and build the colour up, as opposed to applying a lot of black and just all at once and then trying to blend that out. In my opinion, it's just harder, and we want to make the process smooth and as easy as possible. Now I'm using an angled brush to pat that shadow along the upper lash line, and once I've that sorted, then I'm applying the shadow, that same black one, down along the lower lash line, and I'm only going a third of the way across. Then I use my small bullet shaped brush to blend it out. To line my waterline, I'm using the Zoeva soft Kohl pencil in the shade Noir, and I'm just running this back and forward inside my eye to coat the area. Then to keep that liner in place and to intensify it slightly, I'm patting some of that black eyeshadow over on the top of it. For lashes then, I'm just using the Kiss ones as usual this week. My choice is the style Pageboy. They're quite natural in my opinion, not heavy at all, and they're very comfortable to wear. Then I'm using the shade Bootycall, and I'm firstly adding this around the tear duct with a small bullet shaped brush because it fits nicely in that area. Then I'm switching to a small stiff brush and I'm using this to pack the shadow under the brow bone to add a nice sheen to that area. To finish off the look then, I'm adding some mascara to blend my own lashes in with the false ones, and then that's it. So I hope you enjoyed the tutorial and I'll catch you soon.